Yes, people. Yes. Welcome to another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on Sarcasm City TV, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, and I'm joined by two of my three fellow co-hosts, Ryan, one half, well, not even one half, one third of the Analysis at Anfield
Yeah, I
podcast,
keep
one
thinking it's a
fourth,
half, but it's actually a
yeah,
third still.
one fourth of one quarter of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, and also joining us is the returning one half of the Talking That Tottenham Talk podcast and one fourth of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. Eleanor is in the building as well, and we'll get to all the comments. We will. Do not worry about that. But first, we'll start with you, Eleanor. How you doing? How's everything been going? Etc. Etc.
I'm good. How are you? How you been?
I'm all good. Another day, more streams. That's literally what it
Always
is. Another
working
day, more
hard.
streams.
This is
Stay
why we
working.
love this channel.
Yeah, the people them love you. I love it too, and it's great. The community is fantastic. There's always jokes and laughs here all the time. But I'm glad you're all good. Ryan has just muted himself. Oh no, he's back. Go on, Ryan. What are you telling me? You good?
Yeah, I'm very good, bro. Yeah, I'm good, man.
Yeah, love that.
Thank you,
Love to hear.
I've been ghosted.
Of
Sorry,
course.
reading the comments.
Oh, is it?
Sorry,
Yeah, the
man.
comments. It's cool people. Like I said, we haven't fell out. You know what I mean? Nobody's been left off bad and bougie. You know what I'm saying? Like we all still cool and that.
No,
Like
we're
me,
all
Ellen,
cool.
we're all
I
still
just
cool.
life
Ellen's been
got in the
busy.
way,
Life.
but we're back.
Yeah, like that's what happens when you don't see Eleanor here or Ryan here or Jan here. It just or another co-host. It just means they're doing some life stuff. Life things get in the way, but there's been no falling
Plus,
out
I don't
or
really want
anything.
to spend time with Flawless all the time.
And that's one of the realest things you ever said, Ryan. You know what I'm saying? The less of you, the better. I don't want to see you. Don't want to hear from you. Don't want to see that muggy shirt. Don't want to see your muggy face. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Here we
I
are.
just
Don't know
pretend you
what's.
don't exist.
The
Innit?
comments, man. The
I don't know
comments,
what's. I bet the comments whiling already. Let me check the comments. Let me see what going on in the comments. Oh yeah. You lot are wilding. As always, though.
Timo.
Sorry.
This guy. And as always, large up Timo in it. You know what I'm saying? He missing shots like Timo Werner, but we move. Anyway, love to everyone who is supporting.
Timo Werner's not missing any shots because he's not even getting on the pitch.
We hold him bench and that. You know what I'm saying? I said this. Timo's actually had more playing time. He's been closer to the pitch. Yeah, he's been closer to the pitch than Timo Werner the majority of the season. He's probably covered more ground. You know what I'm saying? He's covered more hard yards, but we move. As I was saying anyway, love to everyone who's supporting Sarcasm City TV in whatever capacity. It's much appreciated, and that's why I start every show saying it, because you lot continue to support. The watch along did mad numbers, the Manchester United Villarreal, so big up to you, large up to Eddie, Dan. But yeah, man, big up everyone supporting on the YouTube, the Twitch, supporting me individually, Ryan, Eleanor, all the other hosts as well. You lot be supporting not just Man United, but also Analysis Anfield, Talking That Tottenham Talk, etc., and all the other shows. But if you haven't seen the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A before, it's where you lot in the comments run the show. This is a show for you lot, and you can ask us any sporting question, past or present, and myself, Eleanor, and Ryan will answer all of your questions, and we just have conversation. So that's any sport. So you can obviously go to football, boxing, cricket, tennis, F1, whatever sport. It's whatever sport you lot can ask questions at. What do you say, Ryan?
I said chess as well, because
even chess. If you want to talk chess, you might have a chess question. Whatever. You might have a badminton question. It might be squash. Who knows?
I've never played chess before in my life, but still.
It might be rally cars. Like you might be F2. Like whatever sporting question you want to ask, feel free to ask. And don't forget,
it might be my favorite sport, making Flawless' life a misery.
That's not a sport. That's just, it is what it is. But as I was saying, as part of the membership as well, members' comments and questions do take priority like a super chat. So if I miss your question, I'm not ignoring you. That's just a part of the perks. If you want to become a member, link is underneath in the description to join the Sarcasm City TV membership. Make sure you like the video and subscribe also as well. Daniel says, embarrassing performance, but you can't win everything. We move.
Worst champions of Europe of all time.
Yeah. So those who can see from the title of the video, Chelsea lose 1-0 to Juventus, and United leave it late versus Villarreal. So I'm sure we'll have questions on both of those as well. Big up my guy Deviant, who says loves the late ones. Help the shift fly by. Big up the panel as always. Large up my guy Deviant. Daniel saying Manchester United individual brilliance army and Ollie in forever. Less of that, Daniel. We don't need that. Less of that. Deviant says, any Stoke fans in the comments got a question about the club? I'm sure there might be still. There might be. Big up everyone in the chat, though. I see all of you lot. Big up Flawless in the panel, says Nippin. Large up to Nippin. Daniel, like Black Diamond says, as Daniel said, like, share, subscribe, support your channel, quality channel, mate, as we bring you consistent, brilliant content. Big facts. Big up to Black Diamond each and every time. Where else we at? Hi to where we at? Ronaldo getting the Glazers money, and so is Ollie. Why would they get rid of him? We'll get into all of that. Timo here, the Eleanor fan club in the building. What I'm saying, in the building. High Tech saying flawless Viva Ronaldo. Ronaldo doing what Ronaldo does. Timo also says, I missed you more, Eleanor, darling, with a love heart. All right, Timo. Okay.
Hey,
all right.
Timo.
Okay, Zane, you wilding with that comment. I'm not even going to get into that. All right, let's get into the questions anyway. Nippin says, question for the panel. Who will play in the Europa League final and the Champions League final? Champions League final, I see PSG am my pick to win it, so I gotta go PSG. PSG and one of City, Chelsea, or Bayern Munich. That's my pick. So it's PSG versus Chelsea, City, or Bayern Munich. Well, that could change with the draw. As for Europa League, I couldn't care less. I'm not gonna lie. We'll go to you, Eleanor. What's your thoughts? Champions League final and Europa League as well.
Champions League final, yeah, I agree. It will definitely be PSG. I'm going to go with Bayern or Chelsea. I don't think City are going to make the cut. I just think they just can't do it. Just don't think they can do it in the Champions League. Europa League final, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I don't have much of an interest in the Europa League. It's not even.
I think we all know what the Conference League final is going to be.
Well, it's not going to be Tottenham, I'll tell you that from a mile off.
It's Roma Tottenham.
It's going to be Roma, and I'm going to have egg on my face, and I'm just going to be like, I don't really care about it, so I just can't be asked. But I can see it now. I can see it now. Jose winning it, and I'm just going to be like sitting there like, oh, I understand you won the fucking Conference League, but I don't really care. Yeah.
Peak. Ryan, what you saying? Champions League final, Liverpool versus who?
No, actually, you know what? Liverpool versus Bayern Munich.
Very confident. You didn't even say, you're just saying Liverpool. So you reckon Liverpool and Bayern Munich are the two best teams in Europe?
Stop it.
I just think those two will get to the final.
Look at Eleanor.
I wasn't listening.
You said Liverpool.
Will get to the
way.
final.
You don't pick PSG. You're
no, you don't.
Is that because Poch is coming home? Is that why?
It wouldn't surprise me. To be fair, it wouldn't surprise me if
have you not seen my Poch prop go from 1 to 100 recently?
What was that? What do you say, Eleanor?
Have you seen my Poch prop go from 1 to 100 recently?
I'd love to see it. 100%. I'm all for it.
I cannot. All I think about when it comes to Tottenham, I think about Poch. It's the only manager I want. Like, I don't want anyone else. Like, I just want him home. I can't. All day, me and my dad talk about Poch like he's still our manager. I send pictures of him to my dad all day. Like yesterday when he was in his lovely little suit, I was like, look how lovely this man is.
It's the ex you want back in it. That's what it is, isn't it? It's that breakup honestly, you want back. Yeah.
That if I could write him long texts, to get him back, like I would.
I could see that happening. I could see you doing it.
I'm legit obsessed.
Good. So, Eleanor, you're saying PSG versus... Who was your versus in the Champions League final?
Bayern or Chelsea.
Bayern or Chelsea. I said PSG versus City, Chelsea, or Bayern. Ryan saying Liverpool versus Bayern. You know what's mad about that? We all got Bayern Munich in the final getting beat. That's crazy. We all have them in the final getting beat. But we'll soon find out. Deviant says, what do you guys think about this? Because I only found this out recently. So apparently Bet365 owns Stoke City FC. But this is not an ethical conflict to be owned by a company you offer betting odds on that club. I didn't know that. That's why you want to start. That's true. That surely that's an invested interest.
What do you guys think about this?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure. Oh yeah, go on.
So apparently. Oh wow.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Interesting. Yeah. But we all know that the Prem's corrupt. Well, not the Prem, but like the FA is corrupt. Like we know that FA is corrupt. Like it's not new. So it doesn't surprise me.
That's like. Yeah, that is a strange one.
Yeah, very strange.
That is a strange one because surely that interferes, but I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd love to get a Stoke fans like their thoughts on that. 100%. You know what I'm saying?
Winter Surfer, if you're going to call him Botticino and all of this, listen, give me the days where I was putting the pressure on over this any day. Give me the day where I lost the Champions League final over where I am today any day. I will take being up there, being second every year than being where I am now.
Oh yeah, 100%. At
Banter
least
me for putting the pressure on, then banter me for being shit. Because we were not shit. So
100%. At least go back to the times where you were actually bottling stuff, because now you're not even bottling stuff.
no, exactly.
You're
I'm
just
nowhere
not
near
getting
bottling
into a
anything.
position to bottle stuff.
I can't even bottle something if I tried.
Yeah, it's like at least get to the place where you were able to bottle stuff.
You
Do you
don't
know
got
what
to
I mean? And it's
remember
like,
how down
you know
bad
what?
we are.
About the
All I think
Spurs
of,
team.
listen, I go to sleep thinking about Poch. I wake up thinking about Poch. Like it's it's what really.
I actually think that the Spurs side of, I'd say, around 16, 17 is one of the most underrated sides.
Stop it!
Of the last
You're gonna
few
make me
years.
cry, and
You're gonna shed a tear.
1:36 in the morning.
I don't think
Like
I mean, we all know it doesn't get the ratings because they didn't win anything, but they were unlucky in terms of the Chelsea team they came up against that season with Conte. He's like Spurs did really well. They got like 86 points. You know, they had records
finishing second is better than finishing where I am now. So I'm 11.
Facts, and that was such a good.
Please,
When you actually look at that team on
as if they're
paper,
the same thing, because they're not.
because I think someone posted a picture of the team on paper in 16, 17. It was like Lloris in goal, Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Walker.
Yeah, this is you really. This is too much for my heart to handle.
Yeah, and then you had obviously Kane, Ali in the form of his life, Eriksen, Son, Wanyama, Dembele. Oh, that was such a banking team.
Yeah, and if PSG don't make the final, does that mean he's sacked and then he comes
that's
home?
what that means. Yeah,
that's fine. Then. Honestly, yesterday
I would take that.
It's bad because I was like, I want him to be happy in it. I can't ever want Poch to lose because I love his little face, right? So I was like, I want him to be happy, but then I also kind of want him to lose at the same time. It was a really bad conflict, but I was also very happy to see him win. So yeah, it was a really bad conflict.
I hear that. That's winning. You're winning either way, because if he wins the Champions League, you can be happy for Poch. If he loses, he's available for you lot, and you lot probably go and get him back.
I will take that any day. Bite your hand.
Do you think he gets sacked?
Yeah, depends how they lose.
Yeah,
depends how they lose. Like if they lose, but no, actually, with the pressure that's on, yes, because they've been trying to. That means they would have lost 2 finals in a row. I don't think they're accepting it.
Not in a row, but they lost the last one.
Wait, not in a row, but 2 out. Yeah, 2 out of 3. Sorry, 2 out of 3. Sorry. Yeah, they ain't taking that. Are you crazy? With all that,
by the way,
you don't bring.
We're not going to get into the worst champions of Europe of all time.
We're gonna get there, man. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna let you get there. You lot continue to get your questions in as well.
If you're gonna talk about Poch bottling a league, let me just tell you one thing. Tuchel was sacked from that club because he was bottling the league and then went on won the Champions League. Last season was a PSG problem. This season is totally different.
A messy problem if they don't win. That's what I'm running with. You know what I'm saying? It's a guy who ain't won it since 2010.
If you don't get on with Poch, you ain't my goat anymore. Ronaldo all the way.
Okay. Oh, what's it? PSG have won 8 games in a row.
In the
league.
They're 10 points clear.
Are they 10 points clear? He's got that wrapped up. You know what I'm saying? He's going to win the Coupe de France. Hey,
but they can't blame last season on Poch. They can't blame last season on Poch because Tuchel went and won the Champions League and he was sacked from there. So
that's not what's happening. That's all. Yeah, Deviant's got a good question there. We'll get on to the Chelsea thing in a sec because I know, Ryan, you want to get off your chest. He says, if Poch has the option of going back to Spurs or taking on the United job, what do you think he'll go for? I think he might shy away from the challenge. I don't think that will happen.
I don't care if it's shied away from a challenge, just come home.
I don't think he gets offered both of them jobs at the same time, Deviant. If he wins the Champions League, I don't see Spurs going in for him. Whereas I can see United going in for him. Whereas if he doesn't win the Champions League or he's not successful at PSG, United won't go in for him, but Spurs will. So I think it's
I think he wants to come back as well.
You reckon he wants to come back?
Well, from what I've heard, he does love the club. I don't know why, poor thing.
Like you, innit? That's what it is. It's like you.
It's like me. The minute you get sucked in, that's it. And then this club fucking has you, and it's shit. But I love him. So yeah, I think he knows the club loves him. it's not an all your career job at PSG. Like, he's not going to be there forever. I think he will come back. It's just a matter of when. But hopefully you lot don't do that to us, because I actually can't. I actually don't think I can watch the Prem with him at another Prem club.
You might have to get used to it. If he wins that Champions League, I can see him coming to England still.
Listen, I actually don't know what to do. But I'll cry every day.
Is what it is, and we'll be here for you. Black Diamond says, "Is this Poch watch?" Yeah, because that was the question I was asked. I'll be ecstatic, 100%, and you should be happy for me. So that's how that should work, innit?
Do you know what? That's true. I will be. At least it's you, innit? At least it's you.
It's not me. It could be Ryan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want us to see him happy. Everyone's hoping Liverpool are in the mud just because they're Liverpool, and added incentive that Ryan supports them. That club suits him down to a T. A club, see that? You know exactly what I'm talking. It's just added incentive. Everyone wants to see Liverpool fail anyway, and you're the perfect guy. Yeah, Poch watch is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Poch alongs.
I said he needed a Poch cam yesterday because I didn't see him enough.
By the way,
taking it back.
Who's the only English team so far with a 100% winning record in the Champions League?
All right, speaking of that, when a service says, Ryan, worst champions of Europe, didn't you get knocked out by Atletico Madrid after leading at Anfield? Is this right?
We blitzed the league that season, innit?
We're not talking about the league. We're talking about Europe. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about.
It's cool. Let's see, innit? To be fair, with worst champions of Europe, I'm just trolling, innit? That was just to annoy Lewis from Shameless FC yesterday. But
it was funny still. It was funny. I can't lie. It made me laugh. It did. Nippon says, question for Ray and Eleanor. Do you see Curtis Jones and Dane Scarlett as future England internationals? We'll go to you, Ray. What do you reckon about Curtis Jones?
I can only speak for Curtis Jones, innit? Obviously, I don't know anything about.
That's why I said Ray. Scarlett. So go on, Ray.
But yeah, Curtis Jones, 100% ball. If Mason Mount can make it, Curtis Jones can make it, innit?
Look at this guy just taking all the shots at Chelsea, innit?
Bro, I see you. Better than Mason Mount, and tell me,
I don't know. Watch him. I'm just saying the fact that you use Mason Mount as an example. That's all.
Bro, you just watch him, innit? Curtis Jones a baller, bro. He's in terms of baller.
Dane Scarlett, we need to see more of him. We haven't seen him enough. But I think he's got potential. He seems like a very good goal scorer. But yeah, I would like to see him be a future England international. I just think he's not quite ready to say, yeah, he's got that ceiling yet, but he's definitely got potential.
My God, in Mason Cheddar bump. No, that's funny. That's good.
I'm starting to think, Tox is right. Mason Mount is a bit trash, ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, right. Okay. I just think he's a good player, and
he's a good player. He's nothing more. He's just a bit. I don't know. He's in that.
I think Mount's good in it, but he's overrated. But
he's not generational like some Chelsea fans like to claim, in it.
Absolutely not.
McTominay's definitely not better.
Let me just get to this from Zane. Flawless on this question that we dark horses for the top four. Arsenal, absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely
You've beaten
not.
the worst Tottenham side in the last how many years, and look at you
lot,
like
the worst two sides in the league 1-0.
If this is the way you talk after beating that Tottenham side, Jesus Christ! Imagine if
apparently these men have got
win against City the way we did.
So put some respect to them, innit?
Put some respect on who?
Arsenal, because apparently they've got a title-winning defense now, innit?
This is insane. You beat a team that we had Son versus 11 men. Like, you just got to realise that.
And people wonder why Arsenal fans get so much hate. You know what it is with Arsenal fans? Yeah?
They get so deluded.
They get so giddy after like 1 or 2 games.
Talking about top 4. Legit top 4. You're barely making 10th.
Literally.
These men are 10th
and I'm 11th. Like, what the fuck?
This man a 10th for the minus.
These men are legit a shit team, It's so bad. I ain't gonna lie. I don't care they battered Tottenham. Tottenham was shit, and they beat Burnley and Norwich 1-0.
Can we just actually talk about this? Like, you actually hated Salah before.
Let's go, Eleanor. Eleanor, come back on smoke. Talk to this guy. Let's go. And she even just sniggered then. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, Eleanor. Talk to me. Right, shut up and let land.
This guy's shit. Like, when I'm going on my Jose rants last season, this guy was going on a rant about Salah. Like, let's talk. What happened? He showed you again that he was good?
What happened?
He was already good.
Let's talk, innit? What happened, innit? Look at this guy stuttering already.
Let's talk.
Let's talk, innit? Open your mouth, fam.
But he proved you wrong before. That's what I don't understand. It's not like anything changed. He was still good.
You know what it is? You know what it is with him? I think Are you guys going to let me speak?
Go on, please speak.
Thank you. Are we going to have another?
Ellen, it's just that's Eleanor's fault, yo. Why? I was gonna let you land, yeah. But yo, jokes is jokes. You know what I'm saying? And yo,
Right,
Black Diamond, don't worry
land.
about it. Well, before you go, Babs is my guy, man. We just running jokes back and
Oh, that
forth,
was
man. It's all
hilarious
cool, Black
last night,
Diamond. But yeah, go on.
You know what it is?
Go on.
I think what's made me appreciate Salah a lot more now is because Mane's been so shit in it, like for about a year. At least when Salah hasn't played well, he still contributes with goals in it, and we kind of, because Mane's been so off form and Jota's overrated, Salah's kind of carried our attack in terms of goals, so it's actually made me appreciate
been doing that though, Ryan. This is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, nothing's changed.
It's not like he's randomly started showing you. Like he's been doing that.
But you know what? So far this season, he's actually been very good in terms of he's just not been doing as much dumb shit as he used to do in games. You know, like
he still played bad and scored though in other games.
Pardon?
He still, you just said he can play bad and still get goals. That's what he was doing, and you still weren't happy before.
Yeah, because he was frustrating. But now he's actually been all right this season, and man just scores pretty much every game. Like I can't deny it.
The guy's been your best player for a long time. You have to respect.
In terms of,
and he's delivered trophies. That's what
I'm saying. He's clutch as
No,
well.
but I said something quite unpopular on Twitter. I think that in terms of consistency, longevity, legacy, I actually think he's overtaken Gerrard at Liverpool.
Yeah, you've done a complete
This guy goes from 0 to 100.
He goes 0 to 1,000.
No, it's when
this guy did a completely 180. We was telling you all this, and you didn't want to hear it.
No,
we was telling you all
if you're telling me, you tried to make me see the light, and I've seen the light.
Yeah, you know what? That light needs to be. Never mind. But yeah, okay. So you've seen the light now, yeah.
It's just mad because you rate Harry Kane when this guy's delivered you trophies that are in your picture right now. Trophies.
Yeah. Next to that disgusting shirt. Yeah.
Trophies.
You know what I will say with his Champions League one though, he wasn't great in that Champions League run, but still scored a few goals in it at the end of the day. But he actually wasn't as good in that Champions League. That was actually his worst season at Liverpool, I'd say.
Yeah, in terms of what's it called, maybe performances, but in terms of goals and impact, absolutely not. He scored goals, not in the Champions League. I'm saying overall. Where did you finish that season?
But we finished second in the league on 97 points, and
so one of your highest points total. And I bet he scored.
Trust me, there were times that season where he was going through like goal droughts and everything 100%. Like that. And
like every striker. Every attacking player
goes for a goal. Like 8 games without a goal and stuff.
So that's how good he is then to get 20 plus if you go in 8 games. So there's 30 games in it. So there's 38 games in the season. If we went on an 8-game goal drought, which I don't believe he did, I think that's you over exaggerating. That means in 30 games he scored 20 goals.
Maybe not 8, but it was a while.
It was not 8 games. It might have been 3 or 4. 8 games.
No, it was more than that. It
was 8, 5, 6. Liverpool fans put me up. What season was this?
18-19. It was around March and April time. You went through quite a big goal drought.
Yeah,
and I think he broke it against Southampton away or something.
Yeah, so and that's going to happen. Every single attacking player goes through a goal drought. Harry Kane will go through a goal drought.
Yeah,
every striker will. So I don't see not every attacking.
He's going through it now.
Yeah, I have to give it to Salah, man. Man scores like every game in it,
and he's been like that. But he'll go through a goal drought this season.
Yeah, he probably will.
At some point, Kane been this season? By the way, let's be honest.
I think he might be in Manchester. I don't know where he's at.
I literally think he's sitting in Manchester with a City shirt, like best friends with De Bruyne, as he says.
Yeah, 100%.
That's
petty. That's petty. That Eleanor.
Talk. He wants to be best friends, besties.
He does want to be besties. Yeah, go on.
Obviously, you've got the likes of Henry, Shearer, Aguero, Van Nistelrooy, all these great goal scorers.
Mm-hmm.
Is Salah in that conversation with them now?
Respect on Greaves.
Yeah, if we're talking in the Premier League, is he up there with them if he continues at this rate? How many seasons has he been at City? I mean, City, sorry.
Liverpool. This is his 5th season, I think.
You can't not. If he continues at the rate he does, 5 seasons of banging 20 plus goals for you lot, I think he's always got over 25 in all competitions. Hi. He is. Big up Jeremy. He says, big up Sarcasm City every time. I'm in Cyprus. It's nearly 4 a.m. The bar is shut and you lot are keeping me entertained. We're here, man. Love. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy. I don't know if you live in Cyprus or you're on holiday, but enjoy yourself in Cyprus.
Big up my hometown. Big up my island.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you're Cypriot. Yeah. Well, part Cypriot. I forgot about that.
No, I'm full Cypriot. I just
you full Cypriot? Here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
okay.
Pick up CY. Where are you? What part? Let me know.
Yeah, let them know. I don't know anything about Cyprus and that. What's the capital of Cyprus? There we go. Let me learn
Nicosia. But that's like there's no beach there. It's very hot. So you normally go to like Paphos or Larnaca or Limassol.
All right, fair enough. But Ryan, what you were saying about Salah, he's up there. If he does it again this season, like we have to start looking at him different. However, Liverpool need to win some.
If Liverpool win the Premier League,
and then he has it. Yes, he's in that. He's already. You know what? To tell you the truth, he's already in that category. Where you rank him is different. Where you put him in there is a whole different. But he's in that conversation with Ashira.
If you put Van Nistelrooy in there, I think Salah has to be in there.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And he did more. Yeah, he's matched Van Nistelrooy already in terms of Premier Leagues. They both got one each.
Yeah.
No FA Cup, but then Van Nistelrooy didn't win the Champions League, so.
And facts. Like.
He's in there. Yeah, you lot continue to get your questions in. Like I said, members' comments will take priority, so I'm not ignoring your questions.
What I will say, I wanted to, because I tweeted about this a few hours ago.
This guy with the surfer. Sorry, go on.
I'll get onto Lukaku in a bit. Don't worry about that. But about Salah, it's like, did you see the debate after the game last night that Michael Owen and Ferdinand had about?
I didn't have it. What was
would you take a prime Luis Suarez at Liverpool or a current Mo Salah? And I think Ferdinand went Salah and Owen went Suarez. What I will say about that is that I don't think Luis Suarez gets the ratings he probably deserves for what he was at Liverpool in terms of, and even I don't agree with Michael Owen that much in it, but I actually thought he was spot on. Luis Suarez in that 13-14 I think is the best individual season I've ever seen. And I don't think I'll ever see anything like that again.
The thing is with that question is there's no wrong answer.
I get what you mean because I think Ferdinand used...
There's no wrong answer.
Ferdinand used the consistency of Salah and longevity of Salah because obviously Suarez wasn't at Liverpool too long. And he used Salah's obviously longevity and he won the two biggest trophies. But then Owen was like, but Salah was in a much better team.
True, he was.
Than what Luis Suarez was. 100%. And it weren't Luis Suarez's fault that we lost the league.
Yeah.
It was Steven Gerrard's fault.
It wasn't Steven Gerrard's fault, but
it was Steven
wasn't
Gerrard's
solely.
fault.
It wasn't his solely. All the points you dropped that season, that wasn't solely his fault. You telling me
no, but we were in the position to win the league and he took his eye off the ball.
Yeah, and he messed up in one game.
Balance and we went 1-0 up.
But you also conceded the 3 goals to Crystal Palace. Were you not 3-1 up? 3-0?
It was a Chelsea game that lost us, not the Palace game.
No, it's multiple. That's you running agendas again.
If we'd have beaten Palace.
You don't know. We might have put pressure on. Who knows? You can't say that.
I don't think. City.
Yeah, you don't think.
Villa and West.
You don't think. Yo, stranger things have happened, and this is why people say you have it. Doesn't it? You can't solely put it on Gerrard. You can blame him. Like easy to blame, absolutely. But is it solely on? No, you were 3-0 up at Palace and drew.
He has to take a lot of.
Yes, 100%. And you conceded 53 goals that season. If you concede 25, you win the league.
We would not have lost that Chelsea game if Gerrard hadn't done what he done.
And if you don't concede, like I said, 53 goals, that's not a title-winning side. So blame your defense. Blame your goalkeeper. Blame your holding midfielder.
No, we were in the position.
Yeah, you was, but you would have been in a better position
to do it. And Gerrard fucked it.
But you would have been in a better position. You should have been clear about how many before.
This is the same guy that rates Kane when he does fuck all in these clutch moments. Yet you'll put a whole thing on Gerrard in his clutch moment.
Exactly. How many points clear were you when Gerrard did that slip?
We were
3 points, 1 point.
We needed from our last 3 games. We needed one draw and 2 wins. 2 wins and a draw. We needed 7 points.
Okay, so them 7 points you could have had if you don't concede 53 goals. If you lot concede 25, the game's done before then.
No, but we could have had a draw in the Chelsea game if Gerrard hadn't done what he did. We would not have lost that game.
But you could have been in a better position. You was in a good position, but you should have been in a better one. If you don't concede 53 goals or however many at that time, that's what it is.
I agree, but
so the league could have. So to say that he's solely responsible is wrong. Is he responsible? Absolutely. Is he the sole reason? No. Is it funny? Yes. Well, he's not the sole reason. You conceded 53 goals. what I'm saying? Brendan Rodgers is
that
to
team
blame.
should never have been good enough to win the league. But we're talking about the fact that this was...
Jan said good night as well. Good night to Jan City leaving the building.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what.
I'm just saying, it weren't Suarez's fault that we lost the league that season, and he did literally, he could not have done any more.
And he was a reserve Chelsea team as well. I remember that. Remember Callas playing, Ross Turnbull. You should have done more. Even going a goal down, I'm expecting more. But, you know, Brendan Rodgers, Stroll talks about it all the time. He says Brendan Rodgers got it wrong. All the time. There's so many. You got it wrong, but you just have an agenda against Gerrard because now Salah's got a bigger legacy.
No, it weren't an agenda. I genuinely think he was to blame for that particular game, which was the main reason we lost the league.
See that? The fact that you think that's the main reason you lost the league is crazy.
Yeah, that game lost us the league, in my opinion.
I know, which is crazy to me.
If we'd have even drawn that game, I think we would have won the league.
I think if you don't concede 53 goals, you win the league.
Yep.
If you concede 25, if you concede 30, you probably win the league.
Will you give me...
Oh, yeah, 53.
Will you give me a chance to explain why we would have won the league if Gerrard hadn't done what he'd done?
Possibly. Who knows? You might have lost the next game after that. I'm not sure.
We would have won the league. Shall I tell you why?
I don't know. Go on.
Right, so our last 3 games were Chelsea, Palace away, and Newcastle at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea away, we needed 2 wins and a draw. Chelsea, obviously, we played. Gerrard fucks up at stroke of half-time. They score. If he doesn't do that, we go into half-time 0-0. We don't need to come out as gung-ho as we did second half because we could afford a draw. Chelsea wouldn't have scored that second half.
What season was this?
13-14.
Right, cool. Yeah, go on. Carry on.
We would have drawn. Chelsea would not have got anything from that. I mean, they wouldn't have got a win from that game because we conceded the second goal because we went so gung-ho that they caught us on the counter. But we wouldn't have needed to go that attacking. So I think we probably would have drawn that game. We were 3-0 up against Crystal Palace anyway.
Yeah. You should have won that game.
Yeah, but
if you win that game, you could have.
Had drawn against Chelsea. You know the reason why we dropped the 3-goal lead against Palace was because we were trying to get our goal difference up to try and get it closer to City's.
I'm not having that, man. You should see that out.
No, of course we should have.
We should see that out. So that's why I'm saying.
I'm saying that
I get all of this.
Against Chelsea,
I hear what you're all saying, but to solely put this on Gerrard is wrong.
You
can see the 53 goals.
Bro, hear me out. I'm saying that if we'd have drawn against Chelsea, we goal difference isn't a factor then. So we probably beat Palace because if we go 3-0 up, we're not letting that slip because Rodgers doesn't go as gung-ho as he did, and he probably brings in the defender.
He's been going gung-ho all season. That's why you lot conceded 53 goals this season. Brendan Rodgers didn't defend.
The only reason we dropped the 3-goal lead is because we went so gung-ho because he was
and see that man is saying Brendan Rodgers fault for the Palace game.
Oh yeah,
that's the fault of him. You just win the game.
Palace game 100%. But I think the tactics would have been a bit different if we'd have drawn the Chelsea game.
Like Daniel said, woulda, coulda, shoulda, and it woulda, coulda, didn't. You know what I'm saying? And that was just to solely put it on Gerrard is mad. YG says, I want to get to this.
Gerrard. I think he has to take the most blame.
He has to take blame. I don't put most of the blame on him, but I do put a lot of the blame on him.
Over a 38 what I'm saying is that I think if Gerrard hadn't done what he done, I think we would have won the league.
I think if you don't concede 53 goals, you don't win the league.
I agree with that as well.
Yeah, I can't put more on. That's done your defense. Over 30, not one man in one moment. 38-game season, your defense was not good enough. That's on them. Gerrard slips or not. That's what you are failing to understand. So to say he's majority to blame for one mistake is wrong. Your defense wasn't good enough. That's on your defense, your manager, Gerrard himself, because Gerrard played in a double pivot, I believe. So like that's on him too.
Nah, he played. It was a weird it was a kind of.
If I remember correctly,
we changed formation at times. To be fair, Roger changed formation.
And how many games did you draw that season? Like I'm sure you
won 26. How many did we draw? How many did we draw? We lost a fair few. To be fair,
so I'm saying a losing game. I'm sure you drop points to daft teams.
Double over us.
There you go. That Chelsea boy is what it is. We move. YG says, question to the panel. Will Lukaku beat the scoring in big games allegations this year? The case has been opened up after it was closed 2 years ago. The reason why I want to get to this because this is interesting. And I spoke on Lukaku in depth. And big up to Melina in the chat as well. I spoke on Lukaku in depth. Chelsea didn't bring him to play and score goals in big games because that's not what Lukaku does. Simple as that. Like, that's not Lukaku's game at all. He doesn't do that. I don't know. I didn't watch the City game, but I'm hearing he got no service, but he didn't do too much in that. Today, I didn't watch the game, but I'm hearing the same. Against Liverpool, he was okay, but that's what Lukaku is. If you put him against the smaller teams where you're having the ball, he's going to score goals. When he's playing back to goal, and I'm presuming Chiellini and Bonucci played today, someone correct me if I'm wrong, and I bet even though he got little service, that man had him on lockers, because it's kind of like Lukaku, for everything he's good at, he has his limitations. So to me, he never beat the scoring in big games thing. I've always said that's the problem. His record against the big six has never been good. And that doesn't matter if he's playing for West Brom, if he was playing for Everton, if he was playing for Chelsea now, or Manchester United. Like, I've said this for the longest. Go on, Ryan. I know you got a lot to say on this. If you're there. If you're there. Eleanor?
Hey, yeah, I think... Thing is, I think he will beat those. I think Chelsea need to create more. But I think the minute they click on the creation side, I think Lukaku will beat the, scoring in big game delegations. I don't know. I think yeah, I think he can do it, man. He's a good player, and I think with Chelsea it's a creation problem rather than a goal scoring problem. So I think he will prove that he's got that in his locker, to be honest.
Yep. Go on. Ryan, thoughts? What are you telling me?
Bro, I said it, innit? I said it, bro.
I don't know if you heard what I said, but go on.
Yeah, I didn't hear what you said, to be fair.
Nah, it's cool. I'll run
bro, I said it, innit? Before he joined, this guy's you don't do it in big games, innit? Because his deficiencies get found out in those games. And
Kane stand, by the way.
At Liverpool away, he was poor. Even in the first half, he was poor.
He was okay again. At Liverpool away, I don't say he's poor. He was okay. He was okay. He wasn't poor.
I think he will, man. Chelsea don't create anything at the moment. It's hard to judge. They need to create more so then you can judge it. But I think if they get that down, Lukaku scoring goals, man, he's fine.
But even Man City was very poor. His hold up and link up play and everything was poor when they got the ball up to him.
Yeah, but the whole Chelsea side was poor against City.
Yeah, but the big players
City looked like champions. Do you know what I mean?
All this world class Lukaku.
I was saying that
Lukaku's not world class.
I said that though, Ryan. You missed what I said, and surprisingly, I agree with you. I'm not surprised by his performances in those games. I thought Liverpool he was okay.
I didn't expect anything else.
Yeah, because I know what he is. Like I said this. Chelsea didn't bring in Lukaku to score in big games. They just brought him in to score, and they'll get going again. I still think they win the league.
That's true.
Bad results.
That's a good point.
But they have lost to one of the best teams in the country, and they've lost to Juventus. Like,
but this Juventus team isn't actually that
strong. They didn't bring him to score in big
Juventus
games. They just brought him in to score all around.
It. They didn't bring him in because if you need a big game player, you're not bringing in Lukaku.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I'm not talking about goals. I'm talking performances. They bought someone just to score goals.
They just bought
so far
a typical striker. Yeah.
And so far he's delivered. However, the service hasn't been the greatest, like Eleanor said. But it wouldn't surprise me if he scored a brace against Southampton on the weekend. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest at all. Don KJB says, it's not so much the creation.
Look at the Chelsea fans rattled in the comments.
It's Lukaku movement. You have to move into space against better teams. Lukaku posts up and bullies less talented ballers. I spoke about his lack of movement. That's one of the deficiencies in his game that, to me, he doesn't use his strength and power enough. He should be bullying defenders week in, week out. He should
be all right, yeah.
Lukaku bullied this week. Like what he did to, I think it was Mari, Why is Lukaku, you're 6'3", 6'2", 6'3", built in that fast, quick, strong bully, man. He did it to when United played Chelsea and he put Azpilicueta in the front row. He should be doing those things like on a regular basis. I've said this all the time. He doesn't use his size to his advantage enough. Like when he does it, you see how much of a beast he is. You should just be bullying, man, all the time. Should be, but that's a Chelsea problem.
He's so technically limited, though. That's the thing. He's so technically limited.
Yeah, I agree, but I've said that. He has his limitations, but what he's good at, he's very good at. If he's facing you and running at you, it's a wrap. If he's turning, spacing behind, or if he's running with the ball at his feet, the back to the goal is the problem. And that's what other teams will do because his movement isn't the greatest, his touch isn't the greatest. Doesn't mean that he can't hold up the ball at all. It's just that he is, what's it called? It's just that we know he's limited, his limits, and that's what it is. Nippon says, question for the panel: Prime Aguero or Prime Alan Shearer?
I'd have to go Aguero because I never saw Shearer. I'm too young.
Ellen is too young as well. She didn't see Shearer, so it's just me as the old head. Even Shearer's a little bit before like my time, like prime Shearer. However, Shearer was different, but I just have a dislike to him because we was kind of like, there was times where United were warring Newcastle. And we went at the whole Kevin Keegan thing. There's other times where Keane and Shearer went at and we had a head-to-head with them. And I just don't like him. So just for that reason alone, even though I don't like City, Aguero I'm a big fan of, and now he's left. So we're just going to go with Aguero.
I like that reason. That's something I would say.
Just letting people know. Let people know.
Aguero's got more talk about him, actually, but
yeah.
You know,
that's what it is.
Look, can I just say, C1 London, yeah, he says, Ryan, answer
why don't you... Can I just say...
Turn into me.
Can I just say tea is coming soon, people? Don't worry about that. That's going to be on the merch. Can I just say...
He said, wait, the comment just went up. I'm going to say... Is it Simon London? He says, Ryan, answer, why don't you keep the same energy for Kane? He was responsible for Saka's goal, but you blame Tottenham. To be fair, I haven't even been on a Q&A really, and haven't talked about it since that game the other day. But yeah, Kane's been shit. He was shit in that game. He was awful, responsible for Saka's goal, like you said, being awful all season. But I'm not going to let a few games define Harry Kane as a player.
The difference is, right, Kane... I think if he played for a team he wanted to play for, I think he would be balling. I don't. 100%. Listen, I don't deny that. Like I've said it many times. There's a question mark on his clutch moments. We get that. I've said that. But as a player, he's a great player. But if he was to play for City, a club he wants to play for, he'd be balling. His head just isn't in it this season, so it's hard. Ryan's got a point in a way. You can't judge Kane's ability on this season. The guy didn't come to training. He don't want to be here.
Yeah, so he doesn't want to be here, and it shows.
Hard. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to judge him off this season. But the rest of his career, he has been in the Prem as a striker when he was at his peak, like the last few seasons, he's been the best striker in the league. So 100%. You can't deny that. But yeah, definitely a question mark over his clutchness. We get that.
And just put it out there as well.
In the league.
Shearer was cold. Don't get mistaken, people. That's not me taking away from Shearer just to go to. Shearer was cold. Look at his numbers. Just look at his numbers and who he played for. My man played for Newcastle and was still bagging 20, 25 goals a season. Them Newcastle sides weren't great either. Go on, what were you saying, Ryan?
Yeah, about Kane. I'm just saying, he's had a few bad games. I get that. He's been shit this season. But it's still early in the season, and don't let a few games overshadow how good he's been and how consistent he's been with his goal scoring and play over the last few years. It's like people are calling him a fraud now after a few games, and it's like, nah, don't call him that. Like, yeah, criticize Kane because he's been shit this season. I get that. I'm not going to defend Kane because I can't, because he was absolutely shit the other day. And yeah, I get that about his head's not in it, and I think that is the reason his head's just not at Tottenham. But even if it was, just don't let a few games define his career. Do you get what I mean?
Nah, it's not going to define his year. High tech, take a year off and then you're there. Don KJB says, but the top teams have beasts like Van Dijk and Matip, who are not just big but quick, technical defenders with the size. Nightmare for Lukaku. Those defenders make big money on the big teams and facts. And again, this was my issue with him at United. Obviously, I'm not watching him as closely as Chelsea. I'm saying do more. You're too easy. I used to say all the time at Manchester United, you're too easy for centre-backs to play against. Even if you're not at it, defenders should still have a tough time. Like, I'm playing Lukaku. Like, even if he doesn't score and we win 3-0, I'm in for a tough afternoon. The certain strikers, if Salah's off it, you're up for a tough afternoon. Even though he's not a striker, I'll use Salah as an example. Like, you're going to have... He's still going to be getting the ball. He's still going to be dribbling at you. He's still going to be making runs. He's still going to be causing problems. You won't hide. Like, I've seen Salah play poorly against Manchester United many a time. When Shaw's pocketing.
However, he has a lot of bad games against Man United.
It wasn't an easy time. You know what I'm saying? It was not an easy time for Shaw, is what I'm saying. Like, he still had to be on job. That's what it is.
Can I just say, Daniel's saying...
Go on, before you carry on, Eleanor, I know you got a dip. Good to have you back. Yeah, anything you want to add?
I'll be back. I just had a really long day today, so I've got to get to bed. I work 10 hours. But
no problem.
It's so good to drop in, and I'll definitely be on tomorrow on the Twitch one.
Members, let's go.
So definitely be there. And great to be back. So always big up, like the stream, people, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, love Eleanor every time. So catch you tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Emmanuel says, big up the gang. Oh, yeah, go on. Get to what you want to get to. Daniel saying, go on. It's cool.
You know, when we talk about Kane, you're letting a few games do the same for Lukaku. No, Lukaku's different because I was like this even before Lukaku joined Chelsea. I rate Lukaku. I think he's a good player, but he's not world class. He does have deficiencies. I don't rate him in his big game performances because I think he comes up against his deficiencies get exposed in those games. So I can't. Lukaku's been like this for years. So if Kane's only been like this for a few games, you get what I mean? So it's not the same.
I fully hear what you're saying.
Two completely different things. People just think I have a massive Lukaku agenda.
No, I agree.
It's not even that.
We actually agree on Lukaku.
Yeah,
surprisingly.
It's just every time I criticize a player, apparently I've got an agenda in it, but it's cool.
Nah, it's because of the Salah ones and stuff like that, fam. That's what it is. Emmanuel says, big up the gang, flawless. It's time to admit De Gea is the man. Revisionism, it's time, bro. I don't make the rules. Nah, that's for you and that, fam. I ain't flipping after 6 games. Like, no. I want him to continue. He was very good today. He was very good today. He was exceptional today. Like, he kept us in the game. However, I want that to continue in that. It's about time. Yeah, we would have got beat. Yeah. But it's about time. This is the first time he's shown up like this in 4 years. About time. Jay Social said, agree on the Kane situation when you no longer want to be with your employer. Performance dips. Yo, Jay, spot on. That's 100% spot on.
You know what was crazy about De Gea? And someone actually mentioned this. I'm not sure if you'll agree with it, but De Gea, if you deep it, De Gea is like amazing form at United whenever he's amazing for United, is when the manager is really, really struggling. And he's like, I mean, Ollie's been shit, don't get me wrong, and over the last few years, and De Gea's been shit, but Ollie's never really been under massive pressure for his job in the last 2 to 3 years. Do you get what I mean?
I hear you. I get
now
what
he kind of is.
Yeah.
And even he kind of is under pressure, a lot more pressure, and he is struggling. And that's when De Gea just turns into like Superman in it. So
yeah, like today he was exceptional.
Oh,
against West, was it Aston Villa on the weekend? Not so much. Well, I hope the form continues. I don't want to see him get man of the match. Yeah, I don't want to see him get man of the matches because that means we ain't playing well if our goalkeeper.
Yeah, wasn't it Tops who said what he said a few weeks ago? Oh, when De Gea got like player of the season at United 4 years in a row, you know how bad
the team is. How bad the team is. And Emmanuel makes a great point here. He says Antonio is a good example. He bullies defenders left and right. Yeah, he's a prime example who gives defenders a hard time regardless. Don KJB says Kane too busy playing as a 6 when he is a number 9. Man, like Harry was backtracking against Saka, but why? That's because he lost the ball in the lead up to that goal. He should have just done better with the tackle. Because he lost I think he tried to drop the shoulder or something like that, and he slipped.
It was horrible.
He went over. Yeah. But hey, that's Ryan's guy, innit? You know what I'm saying? We move. You continue to get your questions in.
It was pretty embarrassing.
It was the tackle was worse, to be honest.
Yeah.
The tackle C1 says flawless. Lukaku should have 3 assists in the big games already, to be honest, but the finishing's not been good. Here's the thing with that: it's not as an assist and goals things with me. I'm just talking performances in regards to Lukaku in those type of games. I remember for United him having a good performance against one of the big 6. Someone will remind me and say, "Oh, well, he scored 1 or 2." Just because you score a goal doesn't mean you've had a good performance. That's why Bruno divides opinion. He got an assist today. He was shocking.
Even Salah non-existent today. Salah had bad games, but will still end up nicking a goal.
Goal and assist. The difference is with Salah, not only is he doing it consistently, you're winning trophies. Yeah. When you win trophies, it shuts all of that up. There's no problems.
It's very hard to
your club. Yeah, can't say, but you only scored 25 goals and we win the Premier League. Well, it's 25 goals led to a trophy. Goals and assists. Winter Surfer says it all the time. People talk about Bruno and the amount of goals he scored and assists, and his GNA is higher than ever. What's that led to? We haven't won anything. Lead us to a trophy. Then I shut up.
I mean, I do think it might lead to the Premier League and Champions League for you this season, but like, obviously in the past few years it hasn't. So yeah.
Jay Social says De Gea is rewarding Ollie for making him number 1. De Gea saving careers again. Yeah, De Gea doing De Gea things. Like I said today, exceptional. The head of the save. And then the second one from, what's the winger called? What's that left winger called?
Oh, he was sick. Damn it. I forgot.
This guy, you're useless, man. How you gonna forget as well? But yeah, the left winger, the second one was
just like shit and product.
He was good. De Gea made a great save. That was the problem.
There was that one at the end where De Gea, they should have won it, where De Gea kind of palmed it out. It was a bit of a shit save, but then he somehow saved the rebound. Did you see that?
Ridiculous. Man just said, Lukaku only turned up in big games for us after we're like 3-0 up, and he scraps the one to make it 4th in the 78th minute. That's the problem. That is it right there. That's the issue with what's it called, Lukaku. And again, it's not just a performance. It's not just the goals and assist thing, performance, man. Your performance has got to lead to something. But at least if you're not getting a goal and an assist, but you're playing well, that's going to help the team play better and gives you a better chance to win the game, which then gives you a better chance at winning trophies. I'm all for winning trophies. If this team wins, you know what I'm saying? If this team wins trophies, I'm going to shut up. Shut up about Oli, shut up about the players because they're doing something right. Simple as that. I'm all about winning trophies. I don't care how you do it. Don't care how. United could play 38 games in the Premier League and score 38 goals and win every game 1-0, and it'd be boring as shit. Don't care. Just win trophies. It wasn't always pretty under Fergie. Like, that's what you have to do. When the surfer says, but that's a new law with De Gea being man of the match versus Aston and Villarreal. I don't even know. Was he man of the match against Villa? I don't even know.
I don't know.
To tell you the truth. Yeah, Dan Juma, that's his name. Dan Juma. You lot get your final questions in. Me and Ryan are going to close out in the next 10, 15 minutes or so. We'll get your question. Like I said, any sporting question, past or present, people, and me and Ryan will answer. Don't forget, whether you're watching this live right now or you're watching this back, hit the like button on the video, share it across all the socials, and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. When you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as well as Road to 4K. Road to 4K. Also, sign up to the Twitch. Link is underneath in the description. Also, as well, membership is underneath in the description. But yeah, go follow the Twitch. Road to 1,000 followers on there, which is sick. Emmanuel says, I rate Lukaku still. He's just very insecure, and I don't think he'll be able to handle the heat from Chelsea fans if he doesn't score in the next 2 games. I don't think Chelsea fans will turn on him, because Chelsea fans, not only they gassed about winning Champions League, gassed about Tuchel, they can see it's a creativity issue. The people that are being questioned are the 2 that are with him. That's what people have said. It's the 2 that are being with him. Like, literally, that's what it is, whether it's Ziyech, whether it's Mount, whether it's Werner, whether it's Havertz. Like, that's all what I'm seeing from Chelsea fans. Eleanor mentioned it as well, creativity. But yeah, Lukaku is very insecure, which is mad to me, considering, Lukaku. Like, that's crazy. High Tech says, best chess player in America. I don't watch chess. I think Ryan does, though. Ryan, who's the best chess player in America?
I've never played a chess game in my life. I don't know the rules. Yeah, the only time I've watched anything to do with chess was in Harry Potter Philosopher's Stone at the end, innit?
Great reference. 100% when Ronald Weasley played the best chess game you'd ever seen in your entire life.
Yeah, facts. And then he was like, and then he tried to sacrifice himself and actually made a big deal out of it because the Queen didn't even hit him that hard.
Yo, man, she stuck her finger in the horse. What you talking about? This guy always hating,
He didn't hit him, though.
Yeah, but I'm going to let you get on the horse and then knock the horse, and when you fall off and see how it feels, yeah?
Yeah, but the fact that he thought he was going to kill him, it was never going to kill him.
Man was like 12, fam. You know what I'm saying? He was shook to death. He's 11 years old.
I think he was being a bit soppy still.
You're a fully grown man in uni and had to sleep with the light on because of Candyman.
Actually, yeah, that's
exactly. Candyman. And how old are you?
It's scary, though.
Look at you. You know what I mean? You're a big softy. How old are you?
It didn't help Jan City was on stream saying it 5 times.
Candyman. How old are you?
21. I turned 22 in 3 months.
So you're 21 and a half, and you're talking about this 11-year-old being shook, and you're shook of a film. And he was in the line of fire.
Shut up, man. You don't even like horror films.
Yeah, no, I'm honest about it. I'm honest about this. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. But we're not talking about me right now. I'm not going at run. I'm saying what he did was brave. You would have done that at 11. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you wouldn't do that at 21. Would you fuck? So if that's Candyman coming at you, you just gonna chill.
Scary, man. I've got the light off at the moment.
Yeah, look at you, innit? Yeah, man. Candyman waiting below you. It's below your bed, fam. He's under your bed.
Thing is, you can only see him through a mirror as well.
Yo, have you got a mirror in your room?
Yeah, it's right.
Well, you better not punch in that mirror, fam. You know what I'm saying? Why have you got a mirror in your room? You don't want to see yourself, but we move.
Bro, that's my favorite thing, just looking at myself, innit?
Right, we didn't need to know that information. Ali A says, but flawless. You have to have some games you smash teams and the other games can be scrappy, like when Liverpool won the league. We won games by smashing teams and we beat teams in the last minute. Ali A, you a Chelsea fan? I agree with you on this, if that's what you're saying. Chelsea are still I've not turned. I don't just turn in it. I don't see a goalkeeper who's been bad for 3 years have a few good games and start saying he's back. I don't do that. I don't do 180s like that. I pretty much stand on what I'm saying until I see more evidence. Chelsea are still my pick.
An Arsenal fan who, when their defence keeps a couple of clean sheets in a row, they start gassing it up, saying it's a title-winning defence.
Yeah, like I'm not. Yeah, so Chelsea are still my pick. I still think they go far in the Champions League. They just hit a blip. Just a minor. You're gonna batter Southampton if you are Ali. They're gonna batter Southampton on the weekend.
Oh yeah, they're gonna pam them, but yeah, Lukaku will probably score a hat trick, innit? But like, I could
definitely see something like that. But yeah, Tuchel out is wild. That's just that's kids. No, that's we're talking about 11-year-old kids. Like that's just an 11-year-old.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's not real, man. That's not real. I seen it, but it's not real. Jay Socials makes a great point. De Gea being man of the match is a sign Ollie's time is coming to an end. De Gea was winning man of the matches during Mourinho's last days. Jay, hope you're right. I hope that's right, man. Because when the day he gets sacked, I'm coming on here waved.
This win's brought him a few games, though.
Waved. Well, he's got this tough period coming through. I don't see him getting through it.
But I think he gets through your Champions League group pretty easily now.
Big up Emmanuel and that. Big up Emmanuel, he clocked it. My G. Flawless, do you think Salah and Ronaldo have been on point for the first 6 games? For the most part, in terms of scoring goals, yeah. Ronaldo's out here suffering, but he's still getting goals, and Salah's just Salah.
They're two players. Ronaldo was really bad today, but obviously he scored the winner. I thought he was terrible against Villa, though, and obviously he didn't.
It's Ronaldo, because all our 9s look bad. Whether it's him, Martial, Cavani, none of our 9s look good. None of them. Now, somebody did say title win, not you, High Tech. Somebody said that on Twitter.
No,
someone
legit.
Said that. Yeah, title winning defense, 100%. Oh yeah, Ray. Don't think I've forgotten about Van Dijk conceding 3 thoughts on that.
Don't think I've forgotten about you having back-to-back defeats, innit?
To Ivan Toney FC. You know what I'm saying?
He's the only unbeaten side in every competition in England this season.
I'll let Nippon respond to that. I'll let him respond to that.
Only unbeaten side in all competitions.
This guy, it's the 30th of September, you know. It's too late for this shit. It's too early for your shit. It's too late. You know
only unbeaten team.
I'm talking unbeaten and that. You should have beat Brentford. Yeah, we won't forget Matip
conceded. Top of the league.
Matip conceded 3. You should be top of the league by 2 points. This is what cost you in.
I know that's what pissed me off.
This what cost
I'm not going to go in on one game from the minute. Just like
3 goals in there.
You're not going to go in on Chelsea for a couple of bad games. I'm not going to go in on Van Dijk and Matip for one bad game.
Was it a gal?
Yeah, it was legit. Yeah. I love how it doesn't even surprise you either.
Gotta make my head hurt. You know what I'm saying? Gotta make my head hurt. Jesus. He said, we lost the quality opposition. You drew to a newly promoted side. Have some shame, Ray.
Oh, I'm really hurt by that. Yeah, we're still above you in the league, innit? So,
this guy.
Well, what? We're top of our league and 100% winning record in the Champions League, and people are trying to come for me. Fucking hell.
It's nipping, isn't it? He's saying he's talking to you, man. He's like, Ray, I'm not having it.
And you didn't even. You just lost to Juventus, and they're not even a good Juventus side. It's a shit Juve side. We would have beaten that Juve side today.
He means in the Premier League and Champions League that not Premier League. The winner surface calling you a 1-point merchant.
That's 1 point more than you guys at the moment in the league. The same, innit? Chelsea fans acting like they've had such a hard run. Bro, they count Arsenal and Tottenham as games in that hard run, innit? That don't count, innit? Like, I'm not having Arsenal and Tottenham as tough games in the running in the opening few games, innit?
You've been taking shots on my team for that whole Q&A.
I know, man. Worst champions of Europe of all time.
Yeah, I ain't getting rattled. I just shook my head because I wasn't surprised. That's all, Noel. I was just like, when he said he was a gal. Who's winning? That's a good question. LA says, who's winning Sunday at Anfield? I reckon draw.
That's mad.
I reckon draw.
If De Bruyne plays, we've got the win in the bag. De Bruyne loses every time he's come to Anfield.
So you're saying with chess, Liverpool win on Sunday?
100%.
I will be doing a watch along for that on the Twitch as well, people. I will be. You there? I'm taking it.
Yeah, I'm at the game. Yeah.
Flawless. Do you think Babs and the gal are deluded? Absolutely.
100%.
Bro, you played relegation.
Babs is more shameless though.
100%. Bro, you played relegation fodder.
So did you.
The running's been tough. I think theirs has been slightly tougher, but
slightly tougher, yeah. But
no, theirs has been tougher now.
Brentford will give you a tougher game than either Arsenal.
But they played City and Liverpool, so their overall run's been tougher.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, but we play City this weekend, to be fair, as well.
Yeah, then that evens it out.
That'll kind of even out because I'm not being funny. I am not having Arsenal and Tottenham as tough games anymore. Brentford's a tougher game than those two. I'm being honest in it.
Man, the jokers. But yeah, you lot get your final few questions in. We are going to close out the show. Don't forget, I was going to say today, 5 p.m. UK time, Sarcasm says, Man Them United podcast. So myself and Zeno back talking all things Manchester United. And then the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A members edition. So it runs exactly like this, but we'll be joined by a couple members on the Twitch.
Who do you think wins the Liverpool City game, or do you think it's a draw?
Draw. Well, if there's going to be a winner, it's going to be City. I think the momentum's with them.
Do you think that even after losing the other day and we was winning?
Yeah, because the performance was that good. That's why. That's one of them.
I just think that
the results not going to take too much
reasons in terms of
defensively. They're solid, and they're going
and people
good,
think that's a bad thing. Trust me, it's not. Trent against Grealish would have been long, but I think Milner's got the experience to kind of handle Grealish, and
that's
people
if Grealish plays. I don't know if Grealish plays. I don't know if Grealish plays
against us.
I don't know. Pep always rotates. You don't. I don't know what side we gonna get. Okay. I don't know. I legit. Or Grealish might play any
lineups. To be fair,
and Grealish might play and he might be in the false nine. I don't. You never know what you're gonna get.
I don't know. I can't see Grealish playing false nine. To be fair,
I could see it with Pep. Definitely. See, when the surfer you getting it. Emmanuel, we'll get back to your question. Flawless, I usually don't like people bagging on Ryan. After today's stream, I know why. Everybody understands this. Eleanor was here 2 weeks, and even she was like, "Why is everyone so mean to Ryan?" And she spent a couple of days with him and was like, "Yeah, I get it." Yeah.
Nah, I think it took longer with a couple of days with her. To be fair,
it was 2 or 3. She spoke to you for a couple of days, like consistently.
Nah, you know what it was? Yeah. I think when she realized was when we did a group call in it. It was like me, her, and I think you were ill at them times in it.
Yeah.
And then she realized the way I actually speak on the phone to Jan. It was like, oh my god, this guy's an absolutely like.
There she goes. So Winner Surfer, welcome to the I Hate Ryan Club. There you go in it. Fully in. But back to it. Yes, City. I think the momentum's with them. The way they went at the bridge, the performance they put in at PSG, like that's not a demoralizing victory. It's like, and you will probably still get out of the group.
They'll get out of the group.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So long term, it don't mean anything. And to go, that's a statement of intent. If you go back to back, if you win at the bridge and win at the Anfield back to back, that's a statement of intent.
100%.
Like they're better. The title race is going to be closer than I expected. That's a statement.
I think even if they draw, it's a statement of intent because
that we're here.
I think having they had the run of Chelsea away and Liverpool away, and you get 4 points out of that. That's very impressive.
Well, if they get 6, that's like this is our shit. That's what they're saying.
If I got to ask you this question: if Liverpool beat City on the weekend, do you consider us title contenders then?
No.
Really?
No, actually, I tell a lie. You always title contenders. I just don't think you win it. It's between City and Chelsea. Yeah, it's between City and Chelsea. You finish third at best.
But does it change your mind in any way if we were to beat Man City on the weekend?
No, because I've seen Spurs beat Manchester City, and you're capable of beating anyone in a one-off game. The reason why I don't think you win the league is the Brentford game. That evens itself out. If you go away to Brentford and win and then draw against Manchester City,
you know what? That Brentford game, I genuinely think that's just a one-off, because I genuinely think
we're going to find out about
we very rarely defend like that.
Again,
I think that every team has a bad game.
Exactly that. But I can see more of that happening. I can see more of that happening. I didn't watch the game in full, so I don't. Yeah, that's why I think that proves my point. When Chelsea got the draw away at your place with the 10 men, that backed up why I think Chelsea win the league. Because again, I'll say this: no other side I don't think any other side gets a draw with that level of comfort. 10 men,
you know what?
Including Manchester City. Like if City go down to 10 men, I think you beat them. However, City going to Chelsea and winning 1-0, considering the run and the momentum that Chelsea had up in that period and the injuries that City had and the disappointing result, show why that backs up why I think they're title challenges. Use dropping points to Brentford when City and Liverpool are when City and Chelsea are playing each other on that weekend shows why. If you win, use of what? 3 points clear. If you win that game, 2 points clear. And even though it's only a point, 3 points. That's a bigger difference to the one. Yes, it's close, but 3 is bigger than one.
I agree. But
Michael Owen Cole, I know people.
I actually think the Chelsea game would be more of a worry to me than the Brentford
I forgot about that.
Game.
That was as well. You just reminded me because I keep bigging up Chelsea for that. That's another reason why. So you've given me 2 games and 2 games out of 6 as to why I think backing up why I don't think you're title contenders. You should have beat Chelsea. Though. You should have beat Brentford. So therefore, you should be. So that's 4 extra points. So you should. How many points are you clear currently? 1.
Yeah. You should be 5 points.
You should be 5 points clear of City, and you should be.
But then you could argue that City should be beating Southampton, and then they should be closer to us.
But again, that's why I don't think City win the league.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair enough. But no, I think I'm more to it. That, yeah, but
I'm more to it as well. Not even now. That's too far to say why I don't win the week. I just think that was a bad day at the office. That don't happen again.
But I genuinely think that Brentford game, was a bad day at the office because I never see us defend like that. And that was bad defending. I was very shocked at the way we
I hate that, but you lot missed chances in that game as well, innit?
Fam, we always miss chances, but we've got no problem scoring goals at the moment.
Scoring goals is not a problem, but like I said, to back up what I was saying, 2 out of 6 games already, and thanks for reminding me about that, you've already shown me twice why I don't think your league title challenges. You lot should be 6 points clear of Chelsea right now.
Yeah, facts. No,
you should be 5 points clear. You should be 5 points clear of City. To me, City and Chelsea don't pass up them opportunities. If City go,
we'll see in it.
If City go down to 10 men, at Anfield, you lot win.
Yeah, 100%.
Whereas Chelsea getting that result don't show that. I don't think you go to the bridge at that time with the players they have missing and win 1-0 and put in a performance of that magnitude. You lot should be clear at the top of the table right now. And when I say clear, not a point, it should be 6 ahead of Chelsea and 5 ahead of Manchester City.
But then there are weaknesses, and like you said, you don't think Man City will win the league because I just don't think they'll win it because I think, even though I still think they've got a real chance, Man City, like it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if any of Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City won the league. Like it would surprise me if anyone else won it outside of that, but it really would not surprise me.
Ali says, yeah, flawless, but the only 2 teams that can go on a run is Liverpool and City. Chelsea haven't proved they can go on a run. They're going to prove it this season. They're going to prove it this, like, I don't understand this go on a run thing. Like, they're going to prove it this season. Tuchel didn't have them. I don't know what their running was in the Premier League, but they've not. This is the first time they've been at this level to win the league title. So they're more than capable of going on a run.
I get what
you mean. Why not.
I think
like this proof thing, like, what's Chelsea? All right, let me have a look at Chelsea's fixtures. I'm gonna have a look.
Chelsea could go on that run, like they are capable of it.
So they got. Here we go. Then this is their next 5. So they got Southampton at home, Brentford away, Norwich at home, Newcastle away, Burnley at home, Leicester away. That's their next 5. They don't do all right. So let's go through this. Southampton is a winnable fixture. Brentford is a winnable fixture. Norwich they'll beat. Newcastle they notoriously struggle against. They just have a bad record there. Burnley at home, they should win that. Leicester away, depending on the form Leicester are into. They're winnable games. They can go on a run. Say they get a loss, win the rest, and draw to Leicester. Then they have United at home, they'll do us. Watford away will be tough, but I think they'll beat Watford. West Ham away will be tough. Home to Leeds, home to Everton, away to Wolves, away to Villa, home to Brighton. And then they play Liverpool and Chelsea back-to-back the top of the year. So they're more, up until now to the end of the year, they could go on a run. You know what I'm saying? They're more than capable of going on a run. They're more than capable.
Yeah.
You know, so we have love from Chicago. Where's the comment? Love from Chicago here, flawless. We lost to Juventus, but hopefully we can bounce back. Come on, Chelsea. Hopefully you don't. We need some more losses in the Champions League for you lot. Where else we at? LA makes a great point. City already covered Southampton game with their win at the bridge. To an extent, yeah, they did. To an extent.
Yeah.
Flawless, that is your hope because you don't want Liverpool or City to win the league again. Is that why you're backing Chelsea? No, I just believe Chelsea are the best in the what's it called? I just think they're the better side. I predicted them to get to the Champions League final. I didn't predict them to win, but I predict when that draw was made, I predicted them to win. I just think they're better. They've only lost to Manchester. The only time they drop points is City at home, Liverpool away with 10 men. And if Liverpool don't, if they don't go down to 10 men, they win that game. And they've already got 2 of their toughest fixtures.
What do you think would have happened in that game if, because obviously we equalised through the penalty, which let's say we'd have got the penalty, but they wouldn't have got the red card, and we would have scored that. Let's say it was 1-1 at half time with 11v11. What do you think would have happened?
I still think they win.
Do you think they would have got the second?
No, I said it. I was watching the game. I said I was with Norridin. I said Chelsea win this game. Yeah. Then when they went down to 10 men, I was like, now we're going to find out how good they are. And they proved that point. I just think Chelsea are that good. I know people don't like fans being non-biased. I'm being non-biased. When I'm being biased, I'll tell you. Like when Nippon asked the Aguero versus Shearer comment, I don't particularly like Shearer or Newcastle. So that's why I went with Aguero. They're just good. Yeah. Like they're just a good. I look at Tuchel and I rate what he's done very highly. He went up in my estimation. I think he's that good.
Yeah, facts.
It's just it's a momentum thing. And the momentum's with them. It's kind of been stopped a little bit because of this defeat today and the result against City. But City can do that to any. City just did that to PSG. They just didn't score. They just didn't win the game.
The problem with City though is that they just don't have finishes, man. That's the only thing that will stop him.
Yeah, like that will be the problem with them, but they'll be there or thereabouts. If City win the league or Champions League, it wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me, no.
Like that's why when people were writing them off, and then they go to the bridge and do that, and then they go away to PSG and even though they lost, they put in a performance like that. Anfield, they could do the same. If they win at what's it called? If they win at Anfield, it wouldn't surprise me because that's not a shot at Liverpool. That's just how good they are.
But then if Liverpool won against City, it wouldn't surprise you.
No, not at all. Because you have the 11 to beat anybody.
Won the league, how much would that surprise you?
Very much so. But the squad you have, very much so. Yes, to beat those 2 teams to a title. Yes, because they have miles better squad than you. I'm looking at Pep and Tuchel very funny if you lot win the league.
Yeah.
And I'm giving Klopp. I said this. Klopp goes up in my estimation if he does that.
Does Klopp overtake them both if he does that this season for you?
Depending on if one of them wins if Pep or Klopp, Pep or Tuchel wins the Champions League, then that has to come into consideration. However, if neither of them do, and Klopp wins the league, and neither of them say they get to a final, then that's different. It depends how they do in the Champions League and how they lose the league as well. No, actually, tell a lie. How they do in the Champions League, because they shouldn't. There's no way those 2 squads shouldn't be, because Klopp would swap the Liverpool or City squad. I mean, he would swap the Chelsea or City squad, not for personnel, I mean in terms of quality. If you could have that quality bench of either of those 2
benches, I don't think that's what I'm saying. In 11s, but
no. That's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't go into it, because he has his style. I'm talking not player for player. I'm talking just in terms of quality. If he could get players who match his system, who had a quality of City's bench and Chelsea's bench, he's taking that because his bench is way off. Yeah, that's my point. So if he does that, he'll go up in my estimation.
What if let's work it the other way? What if Klopp was to win the Champions League? But one of Pep or Tuchel wins the league? How does it work for you then in terms of the ranking of those managers?
He'd still get full credit because winning the Champions, it'd be 2 in 4 years, I think. Full credit.
2 in 4 years.
2 in 4 years, give him full credit for that.
3 finals in 5 years, it would be as well.
3 finals in 5 years, you got to give him full credit. I'd give Klopp full credit. And it wouldn't surprise me if you do get to the final. I've already said you get to the last stages. You are my dark horse.
You get to semis?
With the right draw, yes. If you get the Chelsea draw that they had last year, yes, you get to the semis and finals. And that's not a shot at Chelsea. You got to take advantage of your draw.
No, it's not letting people know. Because even this season we won it, we got Porto in the quarters as well, like they did.
I'm just saying that because people might take that as a shot when I say taking advantage of a favorable draw. I'm like, no, that's what you're supposed to do. Italy did it in the Euros. England did it in the Euros. England did it in the last World Cup. That's what you're supposed to do. United did it when we won in 08.
You get at the end of the
not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. Where else we at? You lot final few questions in. Deviant says, tell me I didn't miss all the Arsenal slander. Work got busy. Rapid is calm. Yeah, you did. It was near the start, Deviant. Just after you left. You know what I'm saying? Zayn popped in and then there was a little bit of Arsenal slander, but they're kind of doing all right. So, there's no really smoke to give them. That's literally what it is. But all right, we're going to close out the show, people. We're going to close out the show.
I wanted to ask you a quick question, actually, because of the game today. What did you think of Gary Neville's 11 that he put on Twitter?
Absolutely. You know what?
And then the fact that
like Gary Neville.
Ollie played that team towards the end.
Yeah,
he brought the subs on to play it.
He played the front three that he went to
scored the winner from that. Do you have the feeling he'll play that more?
100%.
And put Ronaldo on the wing, because Ronaldo cannot play on the wing anymore. I don't care what anyone says.
Because he's not a winger. Facts. That's exactly what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Because it worked. And as for Gary Neville's team, I like Gary Neville as a pundit, but that shows why.
Do you like him as a pundit?
Yeah, I do. When he's not talking about United, yes. I think he's fantastic. When he's not talking about United, he's brilliant.
Actually, when he talks about other teams, he's actually all right still. I can't lie.
Yeah, that's my point. So when he's talking about other teams, he's talking about Liverpool, cool. When he's talking about City, cool. Yeah, like, but when he's talking about
Arsenal as well, like,
yeah, I'm not trying to hear you talk about I'm not trying to hear you talk about United, because your biases are involved because you're brethren with the manager. But yeah, his 11 he put out showed why he failed as a manager. McTominay and Pogba in a double pivot. Cavani, Ronaldo, Greenwood, Bruno. Where's the creativity coming from? They all shoot first. Ronaldo's going to cut in and shoot. Bruno's going to shoot. Cavani's going to shoot. Greenwood's cutting and shoot. And then you got McTominay who'd be hiding. How many touches did he have today?
He's an awful footballer.
How many touches did he have today? It was like 35 or something in the whole game, 40, something like that. Terrible. And you got man doubling in that, 80, 90. You got Fabinho who averages 80, 90 touches.
Even the Villarreal midfielders today. Villarreal played you off the park,
Everyone plays you off the park, man.
I thought they played you off the park. They just have shit end product.
Look, this is a nice compliment. We'll end on this because it's all going to go downhill after here for this for you. So Daniel says, big up Flawless every time. And Ryan, I don't hate many. I actually like you even though you have other genders. That's nice. Daniel, man. He said, apart from your Federer agenda, I like you. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I rate Federer highly. For me, about tennis, for me, Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer are clear of any other player in history. I think they're the three undisputed best players in history, innit? I just think that Djokovic is better than him.
Yeah. Hi. Dupe says, big up, large up, Dupe. Harris just comes to drop in and say Ollie out. Big up to Harris. But yeah, we move large up the other Harris as well. That's my guy. That's my done. You're going to catch him on NBA Harris. Watch alongs. I said top red Harris. You know, he's going to be a comment here talking about Will Fish.
I sent him him a text a couple of weeks ago saying, you're right, top red. Yeah. Man got so offended. It was hilarious.
And you're right, man.
Voice notes.
Unblock man. What's wrong with you?
Well, to be fair, that day I chose violence in it on Sunday.
Yo, unblock Dupe, man. How you gonna block Dupe? Well, go on, man.
I was mad that day, I can't lie.
Well, go on, man. Unblock Dupe. What's wrong with you? Unblock Dupe, fam.
Yeah, I will.
Yo, that doesn't, what's it called? That don't sound convincing.
I will.
All right, okay. Winner Surfer says, flawless, big up, Ryan, up yours, large up to, what's it called? Winner Surfer.
I like how he's saying his team. I like how he's saying up yours and his team lost tonight.
Yeah, because you're trolling his team. That's what he's saying, isn't it? Because you're trolling his team. That's why he's telling you shut up.
Europe of all time, innit?
Ali out for real. Bruh, I'm with you. Barcelona are in the mud. Both Spanish teams in the mud. Both, but they fell off. Like, they was dominating. Like, not anymore.
Your Barca got panned today, apparently.
Benfica, 3-0, you know. What? 3-0. And he got beat 3-0 in the first game.
Yeah, Barcelona in Europa League still.
Yeah, man, that's where great stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just to see Depay there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your Depay agenda, innit?
I ain't got Depay agenda. It's Tox who has a Depay agenda, and that's my bro, so that's what it is. And he just be annoying with it. Tox, that's where the Depay thing comes from. Because he scored against Cadiz and Elk. He scored a brace, like he's been scoring goals, and he added me. And then when, look, I'm just keeping you posted on Depay. And then when he didn't have a shot on target versus Bayern Munich, I added him like, yo, is this your guy? He said, yeah, he was bad today. Same with Benfica. Nothing. I told people about this guy, man, but people didn't want to listen. All right, you can say Bayern Munich are one of the best team in Europe. What did he do today against Benfica? I didn't watch, but it's like, I bet, like, I didn't hear he put in a great performance, like, because he's just a good player. That's it. I just don't think he's great or top class or world class. I think he's good, and that's that.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm not saying
I
he's
think he's a
bad,
good
but
player.
that's it though. I agree with you. He's a
I
good
like
player,
him.
but I don't think he's absolutely exceptional.
I
don't think he's world class.
Mane, you know, at the moment though. Fuck
You just hating on Mane, man.
Bro, you don't know how bad Mane's been. Ugh.
Yes, I know. I've watched him. I've done a couple watch-alongs of you lot. I know.
Making my eyes bleed, honestly.
I know. But the thing is, it's not like he got an injury and he lost a yard of pace or something like that. He's just...
I don't know what I think he's just so low in confidence.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
When the Surf is right, he says, Flawless, I told you the pie people have stopped sleeping on him and now in a permanent coma. Facts. He's got his big move and he's just doing nothing. Doing nothing. How bad is the league when Real Madrid are still top of the league? Yeah, it's peak. Yeah. Dupe says the pie is good, but he hasn't hit that level of world class. He's not consistent enough. Nowhere near it. He's 27. So he's going into his prime years. Shame we don't have a doing the most La Liga edition. What was a more surprising loss, Barca or Real? That's a great point still.
Real Madrid, 100%.
That's a great point.
Yes. Real Madrid, definitely. They also a team that no one had ever heard of. At home, fam.
I said, Ryan, where's the slander come from? Ryan just on smoke. He's just on smoke. You get what I'm saying? He just likes West European champions of all time is jokes. All right, we'll end on this question. Nippin says, question for Ray and Flawless. Would you take Goretzka at your respective clubs? Ray, would you take Goretzka?
I would, because we've not got our midfield options. We need more in it, better options than like Oxlade-Chamberlain and these pricks in it. But like,
why are they pricks? Yo, relax.
Actually, yeah, that's a bit far still. Oxlade-Chamberlain, loser then in it. Oxlade-Chamberlain's a loser in it. Like, he's so shit.
Man, relax, man. You know what I'm saying?
He's so shit though, in it, Oxlade-Chamberlain. But yeah, I actually think Goretzka's a bit overrated still. I can't lie.
Would I take Goretzka? No, because he's not what we need. Not that I don't rate him. He's just not what we need. Because he's more of an 8, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I think you're right still.
Yeah,
I think he's a bit overrated still, though. I can't lie.
You know what I'm saying? We just need a proper 8. Like, literally, that's what it is.
You need a proper 6.
Sorry, yes, proper 6. Sorry, proper 6. That's exactly what we need. But we move. And someone said Koeman or
Declan Rice
or Ollie. Nah.
Koeman, 100%. Koeman, do you see the job he did at Southampton was decent still?
I can't remember what year was that.
It was around like 2016, I think.
I don't remember that far back. How long ago that was? What I'm saying.
Nah, he was good at Southampton still. Ollie couldn't do that job at Southampton.
Yeah, I don't think Ollie could manage as one
Ollie struggled in the Championship, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, he did. Oh yeah, let me not forget as well before Ryan mentions it. I forgot. Sarcasm City TV FC Pro Clubs will be live streamed to the channel very, very soon. I've set up the group chat. For the first games, you'll see the majority of everyone who's involved on the team pretty much is on the channel. So myself, Ryan, Tox, Peter, Monts, Statman Baines, Winter Surfer who's in the comments, all are involved, and they will be streamed directly to the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. You won't see us, but you hear us. Yeah, it'll be to the YouTube. So you won't see us, but you'll be able to hear us. Most of the time, it'll be weekends. So it'll be Saturday and Sunday, or Saturday or Sunday. Most weekends. We will try and get in midweek games where we can. What we need from you lot in the chat when it comes to the pro clubs as well, when we're having games, we'll let you lot pick the man of the match. That's what we'll do.
That's just going to be game to game time, innit?
I hope so. If you're as good as you say you are, we getting hella promotions and winning bare trophies.
I am. I don't disappoint in pro clubs, man.
You keep saying this. I hope so. I'm saying I hope so.
I mean, the top sarcasms, you know, they might get onto me for, you know, lack of work rate, lack of hard yards in it. Like basically, when we haven't got the ball, I'm not interested in it.
I'm topping that. If I don't top that chat, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm on the hard yards thing because you got the individual stats now, so it lets you know distance covered and things like that.
But it gives to be fair, when we've not got the ball, I'm not interested in it. That's
why me and Peter are there, because the front four, I know you lot ain't doing nothing off the ball. So we're just gonna get the ball into you. I know you, Monts, Tox, Statman Baines ain't doing nothing. So that's that you lot do bits. You know what I'm saying? You and Zeno need to decide who's taking corners from which side, and Zeno's on free kicks.
I thought I was taking both sides, to be fair.
But Zeno's taking one, you're taking over, because Zeno's playing centre back. So
I'll take it. Yeah, you can take it. I'll swing them in still.
Whatever, in it, you man decide.
By the way, if Zeno turns into Rashford taking free kicks in it and scoring one in like 100.
Yeah, that's not happening. You get taken off. Like Statman Baines is on penalties.
On them still.
If he misses 2 penalties in a row, he's off him. If Zeno I don't know. If he just botches free kicks, then yeah, he's not. If he's hitting the wall, if he's getting him on target and making the keeper make saves, like
genuinely, no, because it's easy to get a free kick on target. It's just like
genuinely making it so it's going to go in. But I'm presuming Zeno's a good free kick taker.
Yes. Or hitting the bar or something.
Yeah, like 100%. Yeah, he has to be hitting the bar or actually the keepers. Ali A, I'll get to him and don't worry about it. I'll just write the question again, actually, before we close out. But pro clubs, yes, that will be live streamed. If there's any extra bits you lot wants to add, let us know. Like the man of the match idea came from you lot, I believe. So we'll do that man of the match. Also, we're going to have a top goal scorer, top assister, every division. So say we're in Division 10 and we get promoted, and top goal scorer, top assister.
I have a feeling I'm going to get more goals than Statman, you know.
Good. I hope so. I hope so. How many points is it to get promoted out of Division 10?
Oh, you don't need a lot.
Because it goes up. It goes up. Let me check. I'm literally going to check this right now.
Avoid relegation.
Yeah. It's I know the relegation thing will be like 3. Wait 1 second.
It's really small in Division 10.
22 promotion. 1 sec. Points for promotion. All right, let's go. Let's see if it even tells me. Man, just put this in Google. I'm legit looking forward to this. This is going to be some of the best content.
It's going to be fire still.
Yeah, it's going to be some of the best content. It will be PS4, PS5. And don't forget, I've said it before and I say it again, people. I will create another team so members and supporters can join in as well. So there'll be this team that for the hosts and all the affiliates of the channel. And then there'll be another team for all the members, everyone who supports the channel also. I'm trying to see here. This thing's not telling me anything. This thing ain't telling me nothing. What is going on here? How about deep dive? I just want to know how many points it is. That's all it is. But yeah, we move. Large up to Dylan. You know what I'm saying? Or it might be Dylon, my bad. But he says, big ups from NYC, flawless man. You guys had me dying on that Red Talk. Seriously, you make the weekdays at work easier. Love all the content, my G. Hope as well. Love for the lovely compliment, man. Love that. Thank you very much, my guy. Much appreciated, my G. And I'm glad we are helping you at work, man. The weekday is easier, man. That's all we're here for. Like, that's what we're here for. Is exactly that reason. Ali A says, flawless question. Who would you take at your clubs, Jude or Pedri? Not seeing a lot of Pedri, and I'm a big fan of Jude. So I'll take Jude.
Yeah, I'd say, I do like both. I've seen more Jude, so I'd probably say Jude still.
I'll take Jude. Why would your CB be taking corners? CB needs to be in the box because we got our fellow centre back in the box. Peter will be in the box. I'll be in the box. Statman Baines will be in the box. Tox will be in the box.
Thing is, I wouldn't, because if I'm taking, I wouldn't be a lot of use in the box because it's I would make my pro really small in it, so he's more quicker and agile and stuff like that. So
yeah, literally. So yeah, that's what it is.
You know, Statman's pro. Is it going to be a big guy or a small fast guy?
I'm not sure. You'll have to ask him.
Because when I played with my mates, we always made sure we had so many dimensions in terms of you had me who was mad quick, and then we'd play 2 up front, and one of them would just be a quick guy, and the other one would be an absolute tank in it. So when you get corners in, he's just getting to it every single time in it. The amount of corners we scored were crazy.
Yeah, we'll figure all this out.
He was going hat tricks of headers and shit and stuff like that.
We'll figure all of this out, 100%. But man, larger man, Dylan, this comment here is sick, man. Big up to you, my guy. Big up.
Big up.
And yeah, you can answer Jude or Pedri.
I said Jude, man, because I've seen him more. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm just reading up about this pro clubs thing, and I want to do some more after it. But yeah, we are gonna close out the show, people. We are gonna close out the show. Ryan, anything you want to add before we bounce?
No, not really, bro. Innit? Not sure if we're gonna have an analysis at Anfield this Friday.
Are you going weekly? I thought you were going fortnightly, fam.
But it's a City game, innit? So I thought, are we gonna do a meet Scaldem or something?
Yeah, we'll pattern something. Yeah, we'll sort something out. Thanks for reminding me. We'll get that sorted.
No problem, man.
100%. We'll get that sorted and that. We'll get that sorted. But love to everyone who has locked in as well. Man says NBA almost here as well. Can't wait for those live streams. NBA looking very competitive this year. Just to remind you, Dylan, and everybody else as well, the NBA regular season watch-alongs will be on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. So the NBA regular watch-alongs will be on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. Then when the playoffs starts and we get to the finals, they'll be back on the YouTube. There's a playlist for those. And if there's one you want to check out, it's the Hawks versus the 76ers Game 5, where Harris, who's a 76ers fan, lost his marbles. Absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious because they were like 27 points ahead and they ended up blowing the game. Hilarious. So yeah, man, big up to you, my guy. Big up to you. Yes, and you're right, Daniel. He said before we end, make sure every time you see sexist or abusive comments, call them out. No abuse is on. Facts, 100%. We gotta protect all the women, not only on Sarcasm City TV when they're on here, on their socials as well, and in life, and call it out. If you see that on socials, call that out. It doesn't matter if you know the female. It doesn't matter if you know the female, if you support the same team, whatever. Call that out. Call that out because it's ridiculous. We got to start making these dickheads uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Don't let them continue. So shout out to Daniel for this. I see him constantly on it, and we're going to continue to do that. Call that bullshit out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Any sexism, any racism, anything like that, continue to call that shit out, people. Call that out. Or else we have Manrick says, great stream, flawless. Yeah, man. Yes, NBA, 9 months of glorious banter. I can't wait. Cannot wait for the NBA to start. Cannot wait.
When does it start?
October the 19th. So like 3 weeks. 2.5 weeks. All right, cool. I'll follow you on there as well. Can't wait for that. And yeah, those NBA live streams were awesome. I agree, man. I thoroughly enjoyed them. And yes, follow the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. The link is underneath in the description, people. Yeah, man. Love every time, man. Big up. When you take a day off, just watch the Man Them streams. You know, it's fantastic. Facts, man. Whether you're at work, whether you're watching these off, big up to everyone, man. Yeah, man. October, there's 21 games in 12 days we are covering. We're doing more NBA games than friggin' Sports Center. You know what I'm saying? There's certain, I'm sure there's certain TV stations that ain't covering as many games as we are. But we move. We're going to continue. And even though we're doing the 21 games in 12 days in October, people, we'll still, the schedule won't change. Like, we'll still continue to, what's it called? We'll still continue. The schedule will still remain the same as well. We're just adding. Like we added yesterday now, Giardam City meets Man Them United. That's back on a Wednesday. Every Wednesday now, myself and Yan City. Giardam City meets Man Them United. So I was discussing both Manchester clubs. Let's go. But yeah, Ryan, there's nothing you want to add, is there?
Respect Curtis Jones as well. He's a baller, innit?
Okay, this guy and his agenda. But love to everyone who's locked in. This has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much for tuning in.